Grandmaster LT here, showing you another Forza 5 build and tune. Again, I'm using the Nissan GTR, the R34, the 2002 model. And this tune is going to be for the oval, the Indy Oval track. So, show you guys first the build. If you've seen my other build and tunes, this one is going to be quite a bit different. So let's start off in the conversion. The engine swap, I went with the 5.7 liter V8. For the drivetrain, I actually went with the rear wheel drive because I found the all-wheel drive was kind of a waste on the oval track because yeah, you're really not using all four wheels in the oval track. So, and you can see we save 20 PI points that we're going to be using somewhere else. In the aspiration conversion, I went with the centrifugal supercharger. Alright. Go to the engine. The air filter, I went with the sport intake. Fuel system is stock. Ignition is stock. Exhaust is at straight exhaust. Camshaft is stock. Valves is stock. Displacement is stock. Pistons and compression is stock. The supercharger is stock. Intercooler, there is no intercooler. Oil and cooling is at sport oil and cooling. And flywheel is stock. Platform and handling. Brakes. Now I have this at stock because in the oval track you're not going to be using it at all. And well, with my tune, you're not even going to have to brake. I mean, you're basically going to be in 6th gear the entire time. Springs and dampener is at race. Front anti-roll bar is race. The fronts. The rear anti-roll bar is race. The chassis reinforcement, I have this at the race chassis. Weight reduction is at the, it's at race reduction there. Again, we do save quite a bit of weight. Drivetrain. Clutch is stock. Transmission is at race. Driveline is at stock. Differential is at the race. Tires and rims. Tire compound, I went with the sport tire compound just to get a little bit extra grips. Front tire width, I went to the 285's 25R20. The rear tire width, I went with the 285's 25R20. So they're definitely quite wide, so I just want to get extra grip on the turns. Rim style, I think I went with the same one. Yeah, they're the sport rim style SA97F. So obviously, again, you can pick whatever you like. And the front rim size, I went with the 285 25R20. And for the rear rim size, 285 25R20. And the aero and appearance, front bumper, adjustable. Rear wing is adjustable. Rear bumper is stock. Inside skirt I went with the street. Actually, with the Nismo one, but again, you can play around with what you're interested in. So that was the build. As for the actual tune, I'll just jump in here. PSI for the front tire pressure is 28, and the rear is also 28. The gearing, I went with, I just changed the final drive, I believe, to 3.34, but you guys could just double check once you put in 3.34 whether the first is 2.89, 1.99, 1.49, 1.16, 0.94, and 0.78. In the oval, you're basically going to be in 6th gear the entire time, so it's not going to be a huge deal. I did kind of tune it to try to max out on the top speed. You can see on the right it's at 168.2. The alignment, I went with the camber, front camber at -4.0, the rear camber at -2.0. The toe front and rear is at 0, and the front caster I went all the way up to 7. Anti-roll bar, the front I made it a little bit stiffer at 20.02, and at the rear 17.66. The springs, they're a little bit stiffer at 795.4 for the front springs, and for the rear spring 785.8. The ride height I went all the way down to 6.6 for both the front and rear. Dampening, the front is at 10.0, the rear at 9.0. The bump stiffness, the front I have 6.0, and the rear I have 4.4. So it's a little bit stiffer in the front consistently. The aero, I kept it at 85 at the front, and at the rear 215. Braking, since we don't have race brakes, we can't make any adjustments. And differential, for the rear acceleration I have at 80% for the acceleration, and deceleration at 40%. So I'll show you guys a quick lap of how I did. So that was my Indy Oval tune. As you can see that I tuned in such a way that basically I can go on 6th gear and not have to brake the entire time. And I did try it out on lobbies, and it was actually pretty good. I won some races with it. So yeah, hopefully you guys will do well with it. And yeah, so let me know in the comment section how you guys do with the that build and tune. And if you have any comments, please let me know. And yeah, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, like and share this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Conversion. So this is a B-class car. So my other tune that I showed you guys earlier